Hi. How are you all doing today? I am doing all right. It's really hot out though. Um, so, and I don't know, I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure I remember mentioning that it gets kind of hot in the room that I stream in. And sometimes when I stream in here, the air conditioning unit is too loud, so I turn it off. So it might get hot in here very quickly. I'm worried about that. But today, I'm going to be working on this project that you already see on screen that I already got some work done on. Good to see that you're doing good though, Jill. Yeah, so I had already mentioned that I plan on going to Lightbox this year, and there's a YouTuber that I really like that is also going to be there. And so I wanted to draw like a print or something to like give them as a gift. And so you're looking at what I'm working on right now. This is only one out of like a few of the things that I have in mind, because personally, as we all know with VCard, I am a big fan of trading cards. So I'm making trading cards of them, their persona, and their team. And yeah, so that's, like I said, you already see what my current progress is on the card of the YouTuber themselves. It's their channel and their persona and everything. This is what I have currently. I'm trying to decide today if I want to continue working on maybe some of the graphic design, like details of the card itself, because this is kind of still a work in progress, rough draft, like the graphics, but the illustration for this one card in particular, I'm already done with. I might start the next illustration, we'll see. Really depends on what I'm feeling. Yeah. Anyway, I was also wondering, do you think I should put anything on in the background while I work today, or are we chill with just the background music I usually have going? I'm not entirely sure what to watch if I do have a YouTube video, because I pulled up YouTube just in case, but I don't know what to actually watch. So if you guys have any suggestions while I work, go for it, because we could listen to it in the background while I'm drawing. Oh, and Jill, since you're here, I wanted to show you this because Jill has been getting updates while I work because, you know, we're IRL friends, and so she's been giving me critique because she's also an artist herself on things that I could like maybe change or improve to the card. She did see this update with like the background in place, but she didn't see the background itself, so I kind of wanted to show you that. Let me just... Anyway, there's the background. There's the background of this specific card. So much of it gets covered by the by the character and like the border and stuff. But yeah, there we go. It looks so good. Thank you. Thank you. I'm very happy with this. It actually only took me like what? It didn't take me very long to draw this at all. I think it only took me like 30 minutes to an hour. So I'm very happy with how this came out. But yeah, I add that on top. And bam bam. I also started working on the back of the card. This one is still very much a work in progress. I don't know what else to add to it, but this is like the rough draft that I currently have going on. I wouldn't mind getting some more, like, maybe, feedback, thoughts, what I should add to maybe make it look a little more game cardy, because like I like it, I like the direction it's going. It's not quite there yet, you know? Alright. But anyway, and I did not miss your last message, Jill. I'm cool with anything. We can put on something later. Sounds good, sounds good. I've been setting up my new PC all day. It's currently updating. My room looks like a bomb went off because I rearranged things too. Oh wow. So you're finally setting that up? That means that we could play some really fun games together soon. I mean, we already were playing some really fun games together, but like now we could really get into it without your PC or laptop, because it was a laptop, without it crashing on the occasion, if I remember correctly. Yippee, yippee. Yeah, I'm just gonna... So personally for me, I'm trying to figure out like what to add in this section, because, let me just open this up. Because I know for trading cards, you put like a lot of stats, abilities and stuff, and while I'm not necessarily, I don't know what to put, because I wanted to put like their team name, because their team actually Ray, how many cards are gonna be in my little set, and then of course my name, because like I made it. But then I'm like, okay, I put this here. What do I put here though? I could put in like their like role, maybe? Like director, like hang on. Like, do I just go, they're the director? Oops, that's not how you spell director. They're the director. I don't... I think it's fine as is. It might be a little too colored adding more. I mean, yeah, it's just that, think about like how much information is like on, like the V cards I pull. Like there's quite a bit of like decor and stuff. Like I'm fine technically, it's just that what I think is my issue personally is I think I don't like how this like this little box looks stating like what their team is. Hey Greenwood, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing good. Good afternoon guys, how's the weekend going? Going good so far. It's really hot though. It's really hot in my area. But yeah, I'm doing good. Otherwise, like I said, really hot and I don't know, not busy. I slept in today, that was nice. But yeah, currently what I'm not particularly liking about this design that I have right here is this box stating like their team name. I want to redesign it, I'm just not entirely sure what to do. And the reason why I added this little thing is because, dude, it's really humid too. It's really humid, yeah. It rained here not too long ago. So it's like, it's hot, it's humid, it's kind of miserable. But anyway, oh yeah, I added this little thing here because again, I'm taking inspiration a bit from like V-card and stuff for my own card design. And I noticed that V-card always has like a little symbol representing like what set it's in. And I don't know if I'll ever make any more cards like this or anything, but to me, this is the first set. This is the symbol of the first set. You know, that's kind of what I was going for. But yeah, this box right here, not really vibing with it. I'll figure it out though. Ooh, that's tough. Thank you. Yeah, you just got here, so I'm just like explaining kind of what I was thinking. So I don't know if you were here, Greenwood, when Jill and I mentioned that we're gonna be going to Lightbox Expo this year, and the YouTuber that I really like, this person right here, this person, in case you missed it, they're also gonna be there. So I wanted to draw something to like give as a gift because I've been watching their content for literal like almost half of my life. So I was like, yeah, I wanted to make like a print or something and give it to them as a gift. So, and as we all know that I love trading cards and stuff, I'm making trading cards of them and their team. Yeah, I remember you saying you fuck with their content. Yeah, I do. Quick reminder, their pronouns are they, them. But yeah, I really like their content. So just making trading cards for them and their team. What do I do here though? This section. But yeah, I'm super excited. It's gonna be a lot of work though, because again, as you can see like right here, I'm gonna be making 12 cards in total. So I got quite a bit of work to do. Although I think that it only took me, 10 and a half hours to do this one part. It only took me that long because I'm still trying to figure out the graphic design. That's all. Anyway. Shortcake is about to get an autograph on her forehead, trust. I mean, I would love to get an autograph. I would love to get an autograph. But anyway. This section, this little box right here, maybe I should make it a little more ornate. Like make a little end here. Boop, boop, like that. Or... Or maybe I could fill in space like up here. And then I could be like, they're the director. Or if I remove this, do something like this, change up the box design. Okay. I have an idea. Any other YouTubers you're excited to see there? Maybe. I would actually have to look and check to see who all's going again. I do know that my college is gonna have a booth there, so that's gonna be really funny. But otherwise, I don't know. I don't know who else is gonna be there. I just know that this person and their team are gonna be there. I should definitely check, though. It's funny, because, like, not only is Jill gonna go with me, but another friend is gonna go with us, and we're excited about that. But, it's funny, because when we were, like, talking about, like, everything that was going to go on at Lightbox and such, she decided to look at, like, the vendors and exhibitors and stuff, and she saw Actually Ray listed near the top of the list, because it was in alphabetical order. And she goes, oh, I know why Shortcake wants to go. That was really funny. Oops. There we go. Can't blame you, they're your idol. Well, I don't know if I'd go as far as idol, but they have genuinely inspired like a lot of my art, and I'm super excited. It's funny because they made a video about their experience at Lightbox last year, and they were talking about all the fans that they met and stuff, and they said something about like, hey, if you were one of the people that like actually started crying when you met me, it is okay. I really, really appreciate it. And I told Jill, that's probably gonna be me. I'm probably gonna cry. Because again, it's kind of crazy thinking about the fact that I've been watching their content and their art and stuff for like half of my life. Like, I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. I think I discovered their content in like 7th or 8th grade. How do I... Objects in this layer... 3D layer. Nope, don't switch to another layer. Okay. Sob cake. Yeah. Don't do that. So I'm gonna clean that up, but I'm thinking about doing something like that for the to be like, hey, they're the director, or like, hey, they're the editor, or yada yada. Let's see. Why can't I grab... Move! But now that Jill is mentioning it, it does kind of look a little cluttered. Can I fuck with that? Yeah. I would like to have some like written indication like what their role is on the team. It's just that this area just looks a little too cluttered. That's a thing. Like right here. Plus, another issue that I'm personally having is that I'm not quite vibing or loving this blue. I might change it, but I'm not entirely sure what to change it to. This area, it's this area that bothers me the most. Because like I'm pretty happy with like how the top of this card looks, like right here. It's just that it's the bottom portion that I'm not that happy with. Let's see. I vibe with the blue, but maybe a lightly darker shade. Okay, just a second. Slightly? Okay. How about that? Or is that a little too dark? Add a little bit of saturation? Okay. How about there? I mean, to be fair, whenever I actually get this printed, I want to make this like the name kind of holographic. So I'm kind of thinking that like maybe the color doesn't matter because like it'll be hollow anyway. I don't know. Also, I might end up rewriting this name because I don't know why. It just doesn't look great to me. I don't know. Maybe. Not like that. Bigger. A little bigger than that. Like that. Correction layer. I don't know, I'm just kind of messing around at this point. Cancel. That's very right. I don't know. I don't know. Does that look a little holographic? That kind of looks a little holographic. Like, this is kind of like what I was thinking it might look like. And what if I were to do this? Hang on, watch this. Little bit. See, look, it's hollow. Anyway, let me just like, I'll mess around with these a little more later. Might just go back to that. Anyway, back to down here, where I was really kind of like... No, actually, that. Maybe I should just take out the box in general. I need to pull up references of other cards. Hang on just a second. Yeah, a lot of cards, from what I can tell, usually have like a little thing, like a box right here, like what I have, just kind of like going across the bottom where it lists like information and stuff. It's just that, it's just that I'm not sure how to make that like look good what I'm doing is a thing. Maybe if I extend the box, if I extend the box like this, and then I were to like, and then I were to add maybe some kind of like thing like this, maybe I would like it more, but then that would interfere with the name here. Like that. Move this over here. What if I did like little... Like I'd clean it up a bit, but would that be too much? I think it's too much. Yeah, I just don't really like the box extending all the way across. It just doesn't look right. Too much. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't know why this little section just gives me issues. I'm just not a graphic designer. That's the issue here. I'm looking at other references right now to try and get some inspiration, but... I mean, I guess I could just have text. Or I could remove the team bit. No. Maybe I need to round this out. And then I could have like a little thing. No. Man, graphic design is hard. I'm not a graphic designer. Bro, I just downloaded Minecraft on this new PC and it opens so quickly. Congrats, Jill, congrats. Finally, right? Sometimes cards, yeah, finally. Sometimes cards have like the things like separate from the border. So maybe, no, I don't. Because I was thinking just now, what if I did like a leaf? But no, I don't like that. The really old Pokemon cards don't really have like... Really old Pokemon cards don't have this kind of like box though, now that I'm looking at it. I mean, sure, they have... I were to just go like, let me hide that and that, open up this, go something like this. Maybe just something simple. Like, but I still want to... I think I'm just gonna leave it like this for the time being. Because currently, I'm not entirely sure what else to do in order to make this card not too cluttered on the front, but also conveying a lot of the information I want. Something else that's kind of bothering me at the moment is the fact that, hang on. It's kind of the fact that this is really big, but I decided to try testing the, how readable it was at a distance or something. So what I did was that I like had zoomed out on my art a while ago, made it the size of like one of the trading cards that I had to see if like the details and stuff are readable, and it was most readable at this size. However, I'm still feeling like it's a little big, and that's why it's like feeling so, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna have to try and figure that out on my own time. However, for the time being, I think I'm going to... Wait. Close off this one. And paste. Alright, there we go. I think for now I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this next one. Purely because the other one is trying to figure out graphic design. Especially in like live. I'm banging my head against the wall. Hang on, just really quick. Oh, I almost completely forgot. I'm so sorry. I had another follower after my last raid, so I wanted to say thank you to Crying Napalm. Thank you so much for the follow. Here, let me play this alert for them. There we go. All right. Let me open up this. Alright, so the next person that I have a sketch drawn in my sketchbook for on their team is Robin, their editor, or, well, they're an editor, but they're also a writer, so I'm gonna have to figure out which if I want to put like scriptwriter / editor on here, or like, I don't know, we'll see. But let me just go ahead and start getting some of these details figured out. holds out hand. Let's take ibuprofen together. Oh, so something that I've been watching recently while I've been working is like SCP videos and stuff. And some of the things that I have watched kind of boil down to like, Monster in the Woods, which makes sense for like, SCPs. They're supposed to be like unique monsters and all that. However, earlier today, I was listening to this other one. I don't know if this one was necessarily an SCP or like if it was just like some horror story or something. I don't remember. But it was basically about these, again, Monster in the Woods. And I realized that Monster in the Woods stories and have never really like made me all that scared. And honestly, I think that the reason why is because of the fact that, I've mentioned this several times in the past, but I'm Native American, and I think about the fact that my ancestors, lived in these woods and stuff for like hundreds of thousands of years and stuff. And so I think about that and how like we have no oral stories really about those kind of things. Like sure, there might be a couple of like interesting stories like that, but nothing about like traditional like wise where they're like, ah yes, I know this person who encountered this thing at and and then I'm always like, yeah, well if they never said anything or passed anything down, then how true really is it, I guess. I don't know, I was just thinking about that today and I was like, huh, interesting. But I mean, a lot of the SCP stuff is really cool. In general, I just re-watched like one of the videos about SCP-3000, which was really cool. I'm not familiar with a whole bunch of SCPs. I was talking with my brother about it because he's more into this like thing than I am. And it's kind of crazy just how much he knows. I'd be like, oh yeah, I remember this one that I heard vaguely of, and I'd briefly like explain the abilities or what this thing was. And then he'd go like, ah yes, it's this specific number. And I'm like, oh. Because all the SCPs are like numbered and stuff. So he had those numbers memorized. That was crazy. Although that doesn't necessarily surprise me. He's very knowledgeable about a bunch of stuff. Like I've mentioned before that he's like really into comics and he likes comics a lot. And that I could ask him any question about any DC or Marvel property and he'd have an answer for me. That's always been crazy to me. I could just ask whatever and he could answer. Big poopy dress. Man, I'm gonna have to figure out this perspective. Ugh, why did I make this in perspective? I'll clean it up later. This'll do for now, just for like the rough sketch. Oh, also, I got locked out of the house the other night. That was fun. So one of my housemates has been having an issue with his eye, and he, it's been hurting. He said it's been itchy, and that, it was kind of starting to hurt. So apparently, the other night, after I finished, like, hanging out with, like, them and everything, I went up to, a shed that we have on our property, because I kind of use that as, like, an art studio and stuff. So, I go up there, and I'm in that shed for a little while, and I think it's, like, midnight or something when I finally decide to go to bed. And so, obviously, I have to walk back to the house, and, I notice that the back door is locked, and I was like, uh-oh. Because the thing is that, you know, whenever it's nighttime, we lock everything, and I couldn't go through the garage, because even though we had, like, a keypad to open up the garage, we locked the garage door at night. Like, yeah, the garage, like, you know, has the, like, it's normal door or whatever, but then, you know, there's a door to the inside of the house, and we lock that door every night. So I was like, oh no, I'm completely locked out. So I try to call my housemate, because I can see the room, I mean the hallway light leading to his room, still on. So I'm assuming that he's awake still, because he had told me he was gonna go to bed, and I was just like, okay. So I try calling him, and he doesn't pick up. And so I call him like 8 times or something, and he doesn't pick up. And I'm like, well, dang. So I try calling one of my other housemates, and she doesn't pick up. And I'm like, oh no. Because usually when I can call this one, she picks up almost immediately, usually. So I'm like, oh no, she's not waking up. She's asleep. And so I call the last person that lives in our house with us, or our last housemate. And I usually don't call him, because he's not the most reliable when it comes to, like, answering his phone or anything. So I'm like, all right, last try. Otherwise I'm locked out of the house for the night, and I have to sleep in the shed or something. So I call him, and thankfully he actually picks up. I think his phone woke him up. And he lets me in the house, and he goes, oh yeah, those two, they went to the ER. His eye, the other guy's eye was, like, really, really hurting. And I was like, oh, no wonder they weren't picking up. So, yeah, that wasn't fun for anyone involved, but I mean, at least this one housemate came through. I just don't know why they locked the door. Because, like, usually whenever I go up to the shed to, like, work or anything, I tell them, hey, I'm going up there, and they'll, like, leave the door unlocked so that I can get back in. And this time, one of them locked it. I don't know who, and none of them have admitted to it, but thank God. I mean, I guess I could have just waited until those two got back from the ER to, like, let me in. But it was very, like I've mentioned, it's very hot and humid in my area currently. So even though it was nighttime, it was still very hot and humid that night. So I wouldn't have had a fun time just sitting out there. So, I mean, I guess I could have gone back to the shed, but still. Yeah, that's how I felt, Jill. Oh, also, I forgot to mention this whenever I first started up, like, the art stream and stuff, but you know, usually there's like a way to, whenever people do like card releases and stuff, they have like a little indicator somewhere on the card saying like, hey, this is a first edition card, or if it's a normal card. And I wanted to be very subtle about it because, again, I don't know if I'm going to like mass produce these or if I'm just going to make these for this one event. But I was like, I'm going to put some small indicator that this would technically be an first edition card. And it's actually up here. Right up here. It is the little middle of the star. That being blue, the inside of that star would indicate it's a first edition card. Just a little small detail that I wanted to put in, but I was like, that makes it feel more like an official card to me. I don't know. I'm gonna need to pull up a reference for this person, but we're good for now. Their little bang or something is giving me a bit of trouble right now. Or their little side hair, whatever you call this. Wow, what? Come on now, work with me. Good enough. No, actually, I hate that. Alright, that's good enough. Okay. Alright, and then... giant head. Bum, bum, bum. Might lower them because something like that. Just to kind of make it a little, give them, because they have like a bun on their head, and I want to give that bun a little more space, so it's like wah, wah, wah. Then there's a bow. And then they have a really big ponytail. So. And then I think you could see it kind of over here too, but like that. I need to pull up another reference of them. Okay, no, you actually can't see their hair on the other side. Okay. Let me remove this bit. Dun, 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 dun. Scoop that up. I'll fix the perspective of this hand later. Okay, yeah, that looks alright for now. Let's see, what else does their design have? So they also have little tassels. Something like that. Tassel there. Heart. There's a lot of hearts in their designs, and like the character designs and just background designs and stuff, and I really like it. Very cute, very cute. Something like that. Let me fix this hair really quick. Because again, the hearts and everything, their little heart, their bangs right here kind of form a heart as well in some references. So let me just make that a little more prominent. Oops. Not quite, not quite. Why am I so bad at drawing a heart? There we go, okay. Well, actually, sometimes they have like bangs like that. Do I like how that looks? Looks a little bit too... Hang on. That looks a little better. Oh! Hi, Psycho. Thank you so much for resubscribing for 6 months. That's crazy. Boo. Yeah, you got me. You got me. I wasn't expecting that. How are you doing today, Psycho? I hope you're doing good. Man, 6 months. I can't believe that. That's so insane. I'm tired, so I go to sleep, but I also have work tomorrow. Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much for dropping by. I really appreciate it. I hope you get a lot of good rest and have a good day at work tomorrow. Ah, man. Maybe I should turn down the alerts. They jump scare me every single time. Have to wake up at 8 and that's in 7 hours? Oh, yeah. Go to sleep soon. Go to sleep. I love your art, by the way. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Makes me happy whenever I hear someone say that. Alright, I go to eat. Alright, well, good night, Psycho. Thank you again for dropping by and resubscribing. I really appreciate it. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay, well, leaving it like that. And their design is super cute. I like this design a lot. I've drawn design for this person on their team before because I really like their design. They're like a magical girl. Why did I do that? Hang on. But I didn't draw them in color last time. I did it in like a sepia tone. Because like there's a bit of time when I was like experimenting with my art and everything. And I made the, I was kind of like experimenting with like a sketchy style. So I didn't do any color. And I'm kind of glad that I'm rectifying the fact that I haven't drawn Robin in color before. Because again, I like their design a lot. They're just very pink and I like it. And we all know that I'm very partial to pink. Let me put that back on really quick. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see, their eyes are a little... Their eyes are like kind of rounded, like that. Dun, 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 dun. No. Come on now, come on, work with me, hand. Okay, I have a question for anyone that might be watching me right now and is willing to chat. Jill just sent me a screenshot of my live time. Does it say I've been live for like 16 hours for you guys? Or is it just Jill? Because I have definitely not been live for 16 hours. That would have been crazy. That would have been crazy if that were true. But like, is it just Jill or is it everyone? I think my shit is just bugged. Okay. I was just wondering if it was like a global Twitch thing, because like I was like hoping it wasn't anything on my end, but it's showing everything's right on mine, because I've only been live for like an hour and 13 minutes. So if it's fine on my end, then I think that's all that really matters. Oh well, I mean, as long as that's the only glitch going on, that's fine. Like, so long as it's just a time visual glitch, I can live with that. It's def me, I just clicked on someone else and it said 18. Okay, okay. Sounds good, sounds good. Oh, that doesn't look good. Yeah, I think I mentioned this in another stream, but I wanted to upload the VOD where I drew Kit from Gameverse to my VODs channel. However, I found out that apparently they now copyright claim Epic the Musical. That's a shame. Because I'm pretty sure, like I said, I have mentioned this before, but in the past, you used to be able to watch all of like Epic and not have to like mute anything or whatever because they didn't really care if you watched it live. And now you would have to mute it and things, and that's a bummer. So I didn't upload it to my VODs channel because it was just too much of a hassle to try and figure it out, how to mute portions and also how to I don't know. Yeah, bummer. Did I leave June's eyes like that? Hang on. Let me check something. Okay, I did. Okay. Sometimes I forget my own like process for art. It's kind of funny and sad. The hair just still doesn't look, this bang still doesn't quite look right to me now that I'm like looking at more references and stuff. Man, I'm gonna have to figure out perspective on stream, like live right now. Oh no. I mean, I know how to do perspective, but it's not the most graceful way to watch it. Because like I can draw at a decent speed. It's just that when I'm on my own, I'm so slow. I'm such a slow artist. So it's a lot of me just like very much drawing, like redrawing, drawing again. It's not probably the most fun thing to watch. So I do really appreciate the people that do kind of just like hang out and watch me draw when I do my art streams. Because I feel like I'm so slow and that it's not necessarily like a flashy art stream to watch or anything. Because there are some artists that are really cool that can like bang out stuff like really fast. Man, I wish I could do that. No, girly, same. My speed paints are seizure inducing because I undo and redo things to see if I like them. Yeah. I'm so slow. And I don't ever like record my drawings like for speed paint purposes or anything. Like the closest I get to speed paints are like my VODs when I do an art stream. So yeah. I've never actually watched an art stream of mine sped up. I wonder how it would look, like a speed paint. Ugh, now I have to figure out this hand. I don't want to figure out that hand. Why did I make this in perspective? I've been using Procreate a lot more and that it has that feature. Yeah, I mean, Clip also has the time-lapse feature as well. It's just that I don't use it. I just never figured it out because it's kind of complicated in my opinion. I don't know. I think it just records every single stroke you make. And I don't know, I just haven't... Oh, I don't know. It would be interesting to like watch a speed paint of my own art. Maybe I could like download one of my VODs of my art streams and just like put it in editing software and then just watch the go button. Or like use the speed up thing and then watch it go. That hand, I'm gonna figure that out. I'll figure it out. And then their dress kind of just goes like, woo! Yeah, they have like a belt. Man, their design is so cute. I like it a lot. And then they... Okay, so they have a little over petticoat thing. Whoosh. And it's a little ruffly at the end, but I will figure that out in a minute because they have a bunch of like little ruffles right here that kind of look like roses that go all the way like right here, and like same thing over here. So let me just figure out how to do that. Let me pull up more references of their character really quick. I'm so lucky that June and their team have like easily accessible references for their persona designs, because this would be really hard if I didn't have them. Okay. Yeah, these little ruffles look like roses, so let me just, how do I, and the hand is going to be covering a lot of this, so it's like... Alright, so let me change that size, and then no. Man, I don't know how to make these ruffles look like roses. This is hard. This is hard. Because the way that I draw roses, as compared to like how they draw roses, it's so different. No, no. Let me just draw roses, kind of like how I usually draw roses, and just see if that would work. That's kind of looking better. Yeah, I think I just needed to kind of go at it the way that I usually go at it. Plus, I think that some of these ruffles will kind of like get hidden by certain other like folds of the fabric once I have it like kind of drawn out a little more. We'll see, we'll see. Let me just turn this off. Yeah, that's looking all right. Let me just adjust this a bit. Oh, by the way, oh, hi Cannon! How are you doing? Are you mayhaps drawing rose quartz from the hit series Steven Universe? Unfortunately, no, I'm not. I'm currently drawing the persona of a YouTuber that I like. Well, actually, this is, hang on. So this is the YouTuber I really like. Their name is, well, their YouTube name is Jinja Ninja OWO. Their name is June though. So I drew their persona because they're going to this convention later this year called Lightbox Expo, and I've been watching their content literally since I was in 7th or 8th grade, like literally over half of my life. So I wanted to draw like a print or something for them and to give as a gift. So I decided to do trading cards because I really like trading cards. So I'm drawing them and their team. This is their persona. Currently, I'm working on their editor, scriptwriter, producer, Robin. So I'm drawing their persona right now. Trying to get that down. Yeah. Cool. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So yeah, unfortunately not Rose Quartz, though I do love her. I love Rose. It's looking good, thank you. I'm actually really happy with like how Robin is coming out. It's coming along. These little rose ruffles were giving me a bit of trouble, but I'm starting to get it down. So yeah, after I get like this all like sketched out, I gotta, you know, keep on chugging along. I have 12 cards in total to finish. Well, 11 technically, because June is done, but yeah. Oh hey, the bot's working. Nice. I shall take my leave, streamer. Have fun drawing. Thank you so much for dropping by, Cannon. I really appreciate it. Take care. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the hydrate imposter check. Let me do that really quick. Bye! I don't know why I actually waved. You can't see that. You can't see me waving. Why did I do that? Let's see, actually. I think I'm gonna adjust them this way a little bit so that they're a little more in frame and everything. Yeah, like that. Okay. Let me adjust her eyebrow really quick. This one's kind of bugging me. Or their eyebrow, that's right. Whoopsie. Nope, not yet. That's good enough. All right. Now to add the ruffles on the other side. So happy that the bot actually worked decently. Like, yeah, sure, we're an hour and a half in, but that's a decent time to remind people to refresh the stream. So yippee! That's a victory in my book. Alright, so the roses are gonna be more like that, because they're gonna be more like that since they're now going this way. You know what movie I've been kind of wanting to rewatch for whatever reason? So a while ago, like a few weeks ago, a month ago or so, I went to go visit Jill for her birthday, and while we were hanging out, we watched this movie called Goat. It's that one basketball goat movie, and it was actually a lot better than I think either of us were expecting. And I've been kind of wanting to rewatch it. Not entirely sure why. I've just been kind of wanting to. It was surprisingly pretty good, although I guess I shouldn't be too surprised considering it was like a Sony animated movie, and Sony's been really knocking it out of the park recently. So I shouldn't be too surprised that it was as good as it was. Yeah, it was pretty good for what it was. Yeah. I was surprised because, you know, it's a I don't know, it's a goat movie. It's a goat basketball movie. And also another movie that's kind of in the same vein that I've actually really liked was Zootopia 2. I thought Zootopia 2 was really good. I've rewatched it a couple of times, which is like kind of rare for modern Disney, for me at least, in recent years. Like a lot of times I'll go like watch a Disney movie, like a modern Disney movie in theaters, and then I'll be like, okay, cool, and then I'll move on. But again, recently, Zootopia 2 was pretty good. I liked Zootopia 2. I also really liked Hoppers. That was Pixar, but like I liked Hoppers. I need to rewatch that one if it's out, because I don't know if Hoppers is out yet, like for streaming. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's been a minute since I've really watched any, like, Disney movie over. I don't know, Disney hasn't really been hitting much recently. Which I think is something that a lot of people can agree on, but still. You know, it's also something that I kind of forgot that's going on currently. Like, I've seen snippets of people talking about it, but because it's not something I particularly watch or anything, I forget about it, and then I'm always reminded when I'm on Twitter. The World Cup. That one soccer thing. That's currently going on. I don't know who's all in it. I don't know anything about it. I don't watch soccer, or football for the rest of the world out there. But go teams, go. I used to play soccer whenever I was like a kid, back whenever my parents would force me to play a bunch of different sports, and I liked it. I remember liking it decently. I just hated the shin guards. I don't know, I hated putting things on my legs now that I'm thinking about it, just as a child in general. Because I also did dance lessons, and I hated wearing tights for like ballet or anything. So I'm seeing a correlation. I hated shin guards, I hated tights, I just hated things on my legs. Do I have that liquefy tool? Yeah, let me just push this. I always forget that I can liquefy stuff. I hardly ever use that tool. Yeah, that's alright. Alright, now let me get the other skirt ruffles in. Turn that down a bit more, turn this down a bit more. Let me do it like that instead. Looks a little funky, but it's okay. Let me move this a bit down, like squish it down a bit. That's all right. All right, I think that is where I'm gonna have to end it today. I actually really like this position that I'm in because now I can actually figure out like the hand perspective and everything. And I would stream longer, but I do have dinner plans soon. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to get going. But yeah, thank you guys kind of for like hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Let me go ahead and start like, let me save. And yeah, let's go ahead. It's looking great so far. Thank you. I really appreciate it. It's coming along. It's coming along. Let's go ahead and let's see. I'm trying to figure out who to raid today. This person has cute art. Yeah, let's raid them. Say hello to them with the usual raid message. Let's see, there it is. And yeah, I will see you all later. I don't know when I'm gonna stream again, but I hope you all have a good day or night, depending on where you are in the world, and stay warm or cool. I'm gonna need to stay cool. It's very, very hot. But yeah, I'll see you guys all later. Thank you guys for hanging out with me while I drew this. And hopefully next time I do stream more of this, you guys will get to see even more progress that I've made. Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you all later. Bye!